Hello, dear reader. Welcome to a new adventure. It's so good to have you here. Your presence makes this journey even more special. Today, we embark on a journey of exploration, delving into the profound wisdom of Buddhism and its intersection with modern science. This path promises to be enlightening and transformative. This exploration is inspired by Robert Wright's compelling book, Why Buddhism Is True. Wright's insights offer a unique perspective that bridges ancient teachings with contemporary understanding. In his book, Wright invites us to consider the tenets of Buddhism not as religious dogma, but as insights into the very nature of our minds and the world around us. He challenges us to see these teachings as practical tools for navigating life's complexities. Our journey will lead us through the core teachings of Buddhism, exploring concepts like impermanence, non-self, and the nature of suffering. These ideas have the power to shift our perspectives and deepen our understanding of existence. We'll delve into the fascinating ways mindfulness practices, like meditation, can reshape our brains and enhance our well-being. These practices are not just ancient rituals but are supported by modern scientific research. Along the way, we'll uncover the compelling connections between ancient wisdom and modern neuroscience. This intersection reveals how timeless practices can have profound effects on our mental health and cognitive functions. As we navigate this terrain together, I encourage you to approach these ideas with an open mind and a spirit of curiosity. Let's dive in and discover the transformative power of these teachings. Together, we'll explore, learn, and grow. Let's begin this incredible journey. In Why Buddhism Is True, Robert Wright, a renowned journalist and scholar, embarks on a personal and intellectual exploration of Buddhism. He skillfully weaves together personal anecdotes, insightful analysis, and cutting-edge scientific research. Wright's central premise is that the core teachings of Buddhism, far from being outdated religious doctrines, are in fact profound truths about the human condition. Wright argues that these truths have been validated by modern science, particularly the field of evolutionary psychology. He contends that our minds are shaped by evolutionary forces that don't always serve our best interests. Buddhism, he posits, offers a path to transcend these limitations and find lasting peace and fulfillment. To understand Wright's argument, it's essential to grasp the fundamental tenets of Buddhism. These teachings have been passed down through generations, offering profound insights into the human condition and the nature of existence. Central to Buddhist thought is the concept of the Four Noble Truths. These truths form the cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy and practice, guiding adherents on their spiritual journey. These truths, first articulated by the Buddha over 2,500 years ago, provide a framework for understanding the nature of suffering and the path to its cessation. They are as relevant today as they were in ancient times, offering timeless wisdom. The first noble truth states that suffering is an inherent part of life. This suffering, or dukkha, encompasses not just physical pain, but also emotional and psychological distress. The second noble truth identifies the root of suffering as attachment, particularly attachment to fleeting pleasures and a permanent sense of self. This attachment leads to a cycle of craving and dissatisfaction. The third noble truth offers hope, asserting that suffering can be overcome. This cessation of suffering, known as nirvana, is achievable through diligent practice and inner transformation. Finally, the fourth noble truth lays out the path to liberation, known as the Eightfold Path. This path provides practical steps for ethical conduct, mental discipline, and wisdom, leading to a life of balance and peace. we can gain insight into our evolutionary drives and learn to manage them more effectively, leading to greater peace and well-being. Section 5. Our misleading feelings. One of Wright's key arguments is that our feelings are not always reliable guides. He explains that our emotions are often driven by unconscious biases and evolutionary hangovers that don't align with our long-term well-being. We might feel a surge of anger towards a colleague, for instance, but acting on that anger is unlikely to serve us well in the long run. Buddhism encourages us to observe our feelings without judgment, recognizing them as fleeting mental states rather than accurate reflections of reality. By cultivating a mindful awareness of our emotions, we can choose how we respond to them, rather than being ruled by their every whim. Section 6. The power of mindfulness. This brings us to the transformative practice of mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist tradition. Mindfulness, in essence, is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It involves cultivating a keen awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations as they arise, without getting swept away by them. Wright emphasizes that mindfulness is not about emptying the mind or achieving a state of blissful detachment. Rather, it's about developing a more compassionate and accepting relationship with our experience. Through regular mindfulness practice, we can learn to observe our thoughts and feelings with greater objectivity, lessening their grip on our well-being. Section 7. Mindfulness and the brain. What makes Wright's argument so compelling is the way he connects ancient wisdom to the latest discoveries in neuroscience. Research has shown that mindfulness practices, particularly meditation, can have a profound impact on the structure and function of our brains. Studies have revealed that regular meditation can increase gray matter in areas of the brain associated with attention, emotional regulation, and compassion. Moreover, mindfulness has been shown to reduce activity in the amygdala, the brain region responsible for fear and stress responses. These findings suggest that mindfulness practices can literally rewire our brains, making us calmer, more focused, and more compassionate individuals. Section 8. Neuroscience and meditation. The convergence of neuroscience and contemplative practice is a rapidly growing field of study. Scientists are increasingly recognizing the profound benefits of meditation for mental and physical health. Studies have shown that mindfulness-based interventions can be effective in treating a wide range of conditions, including anxiety, depression, chronic pain, and addiction. As our understanding of the brain continues to evolve, it's likely that we'll uncover even more evidence to support the transformative power of mindfulness. This burgeoning field of research holds immense promise for improving human health and well-being on a global scale. Section 9. Bridging spirituality and science. One of the most remarkable aspects of why Buddhism is true is Wright's ability to bridge the often perceived gap between spirituality and science. He presents Buddhism not as a belief system based on faith, but as a set of practices and insights that can be tested and validated through rigorous scientific inquiry. In Wright's words, Buddhism is a science of the mind. This perspective opens up exciting possibilities for dialogue and collaboration between the realms of science and spirituality, two domains that are too often seen as separate or even opposed. Section 10. Finding truth in practice. While Wright makes a compelling case for the veracity of Buddhist teachings, he ultimately emphasizes that the true test of their truth lies in personal experience. He encourages readers to embark on their own journeys of mindfulness and meditation, to discover firsthand the transformative power of these practices. The proof of the pudding is in the eating, as the adage goes. Ultimately, the most convincing evidence for the truth of Buddhism lies not in intellectual arguments, but in the lived experience of greater peace, clarity, and compassion that arises from sustained practice. Section 11. Your thoughts and reflections. As we conclude our exploration of why Buddhism is true, I invite you to reflect on the ideas we've discussed. What resonates with you? What questions does this exploration raise for you? Have you had personal experiences that align with or challenge these concepts? I encourage you to continue this journey of discovery, exploring the practices and teachings of Buddhism in greater depth. Perhaps you'll find, as Robert Wright and countless others have, that these ancient truths hold profound relevance for navigating the complexities of modern life.